Hi, my name is Ryan Brownswager and I live in Falls Church, Virginia. As part of my county's curbside recycling service, residents are issued recycling bins. Given the proximity to Washington, D.C., my neighbors come from all over the country and the world and often continue their recycling practices from previous places they have lived, which may or may not apply to the single-stream recycling program in the county where I live. Unfortunately, residents are provided limited information or guidance as to what may be placed in the bins. On recycling pickup days, I've often noticed my neighbor's recycling bins full of items that should not be in the bins. For example, Fairfax County, the county where I live, does not accept glass bottles and jars in the county's curbside recycling program. Residents are asked to instead reuse glass containers or bring them to special glass recycling containers located throughout the county. However, I often see glass containers in my neighbor's recycling bins, and once they break inside the recycling pickup trucks, the entire contents of that truck are considered contaminated and must go to landfill. Other items, referred to as the filthy five, often find their way into recycling trucks and damage county recycling equipments or contaminates the entire facility. They include plastic bags, hangers, and shredded paper, all which damage recycling equipment. It became clear that my neighbors may not know or understand how to properly recycle, and that there is a need to educate my neighbors on how to properly recycle. That was the inspiration for my Alzar CLP, which I titled Recycle Right. During the summer, after my spring semester at Alzar, I reached out to family, friends, and neighbors, asking for them to serve as members of my action team. We reached out to management of our local trash pickup company and also met with the county recycle office staff to learn more about the county's recycling program and their greatest challenges with curbside recycling. We learned that we need to find a way to educate neighbors on what goes into the recycling bins, more importantly, what should not go into the recycling bins. In September, I briefed the Homeowners Association Board of Directors with our plan to hold a community event that coincides with America Recycles Day in November. The HOA board enthusiastically supported the idea and committed funds to help offset the cost of the event. Team members reached out to local businesses asking them to serve as event sponsors by contributing funds and merchandise. Funds collected were used to purchase event supplies, refreshments, and gift cards / prizes. The HOA board released an email to all 600 homes announcing the event. Since education was the goal of the event, we created educational poster boards for display during the event. Our team devised a fun game to allow residents to test their recycling knowledge by sorting items into a large bin into two smaller bins, the recycling and trash. Attendees at the event were required to take the recycling knowledge test in order to compete for the prizes drawings, to include gift cards, new recycling bins, recycling-themed toys, and recycling supplies. Attendees were actually surprised by some of the mistakes they made in sorting items, as they were nearly sure that the things they put in there were actually recyclable. Attendees that took the recycling test registered for a number of great prizes, to include gift cards to local businesses, recycling-themed toys, as well as recycling supplies, to include brand new recycling bins. In spite of the chilly temperatures and windy conditions, we had around 100 neighbors come out, and they all had a good time and left having learned something new about how to properly recycle in our county. The HOA board members, as well as an official from the county of the Board of Supervisors, attended the event, and the county even sent out an email thanking me and my team. I thoroughly enjoyed working with and getting to know my neighbors to execute this event. I think the CLP really helped me strengthen my communication and organization skills just simply through talking with all the people and having to set up a very in-depth and intensive event that I think the attendees genuinely appreciated, learning how to properly recycle in our community. And I look forward to help organizing more environmentally focused events in my community in the future, as well as continuing to encourage proper recycling.